Who's there?
Eli Rich.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Calm down.
All right. Oh, slip this coat on right quick, so I won't get myself in no trouble that's unwarranted, making too much noise, and making Judy Priestley words stand true when she said, "You sound like some dog breeding." We got to make sure we keep these dogs to be bred, 'cause they are bad. Yeah. Ooh, it feel good to be able to come outside and get some fresh air. I ain't done this in a minute. Been like 4 days. But anyway, it's election season, y'all. It's election season. I know Dan Kildee, he's out getting his signatures on his petition. His district is changed up. Can you see me good? Yeah. Um, what y'all think about this mayoral race coming up? It's gonna be very interesting, and I can see the sparks starting to fly. I can see the sparks starting to fly. These Harper funds gonna pay a big difference. Gonna play a role in this upcoming election. Um, Personally, I could see a stalemate to where don't nothing go nowhere as far as the money, cause if the mayor write a resolution, he got to get 5 votes to uh to make it happen. If a council person write up a resolution to spend some of that money, they got to get 5 votes and vote of approval from the mayor. If they get vetoed from the mayor, that can override that with 6 votes, which I don't really see anything that get 5 votes from a city council and then get voted vetoed from the mayor. I don't see them getting the 6 votes to override that veto. So if you don't get 6 votes off the rip, if you don't come away with some 6 votes off the rip, I don't think you're going to get it if the mayor don't want it to happen. So I feel we may be in for some standstills because I can see a lot of ways to where the mayor won't get his 5 votes of approval too. So it's finna be interesting. But I can say this. Eric Mays put the resolution up there to give their city employees $5,000 of these Harper funds. That got voted down. 8-0 vote to hire this accounting firm. That's something that we gotta keep in mind. So what's gonna happen when this accounting firm and the mayor bring stuff up to the council? Hold on for 1 second. Ruddy Rut, Tone, get back in the house now. Come on. These little animals, man. They remind me of some of these politicians and activists. Like they be doing strange stuff in your face, like you ain't watching them. Like you ain't watching them. So it's gonna be interesting. I can see a lot of people drawing lines. I- that's the reason why I made that statement earlier. Don't get caught in the moment. Do some research. Pay attention to who is speaking for who. Pay attention to who they spoke for in the past. Pay attention to who they spoke against. Um, Realize the difference between people that are really solid when it comes to supporting people and people that are opportunists when it comes to supporting people. It's a lot. You got to remember this too. It's a whole lot of people in Flint that go into an election making commercials for somebody and does all kinds of stuff, and then that person lose. They jump on the bandwagon of the person that they was making commercials dissing. I'm like, man. And we need to get back to the day to where we always win, no matter who win the election. Um, it's clear in our last mayoral race, we had the emergency management manager versus a hero, and we voted for the emergency manager. We voted for emergency management. We disrespected a person that turned the $15 million deficit into a $17 million, that turned the $15 million deficit into a $24 million surplus in our general fund. And we voted her out of office for somebody that turned that $24 million surplus into a $17 million deficit. That's what the citizens of Flint did. Uh, Still to this day, people are calling Karen Weaver a lie and a thief, all because of rants that was made constantly against her for 3 years. Um, it's sad that the truth still ain't out that Karen Weaver was tried and never convicted for all of those false allegations. And some people think that she lost those court cases. One of those court cases, and that should have been diced up and spirited all over. The judge opened up and asked the accuser, "Why are you wasting taxpayers' time and money?" And then, yet, even that case was presented to the public as if she had stole some money. That's so sad. So all I'm asking the people to do is to pay attention. And there's another thing. It's finna be a lot of people that just pop up out the blue because it's election time and they want to vote. You need to ask yourself, where was they at? You need to do some research. How y'all been? Where y'all was at before y'all decided to run for office? Uh, I judge people by how they act after they lose. That's the reason why I stayed active. Well, I was gonna stay active anyway because I already had plans to do what I'm doing. So it wasn't no possibility that I was gonna be able to talk smack about myself, because a lot of people run for office. If they get elected, they disappear, and if they don't get elected, they really disappear. They really disappear, and then those persons stay gone, elected or not elected, until they decide to run again. And that's been the history in the city of Flint. That has been a turnoff to the residents of Flint. The proof is in the lack of voter participation. So we need to have better candidates. We need to have more dedicated to the city candidates, not running for themselves. I mean, y'all finna see some people coming out here pretty soon that probably don't even got an agenda. I'm just being real, man. This is, and y'all finna see people group up behind people because of how they dressed. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But let's talk about getting on the ballot for this mayor race. I feel that Arnez Brown need to change the rules doing being that it's a pandemic. And Mick, next week or maybe later on this week sometime, but not today, I'm going to text message you proof that their petition, however they go about doing a petition, is flawed. I got proof from Arnez Brown office stating that the Secretary of State voter information is not updated. Uh, I got physical proof that Monica Galloway got credit with phone numbers in the address department. Those are some serious flaws that should have been addressed in the last council race, and we should not have any flaws going into this mayoral race. I would hate for a mayoral candidate to be treated the way I was treated. I would really hate that. But it's a strong possibility because they need more qualifying votes. And then to again, you never know the underline of why certain people was allowed to have addresses counted as legal and not, I mean, phone numbers and the address department had that counted. Other people didn't because no one was supposed to get that credit. And then another one is how you normally know that your voter information is not updated, but yet you still go by it. So we really don't need that problem coming up again next year, but it is a strong possibility that happens. And I hope it don't happen, but if it do, it do. Did nobody stand with us? We tried to bring all these facts out, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But you get what you pay. You get what you get. You know, when we make bad decisions as a city, the way we have, we get the kind of elected. We get the kind of elected officials that we got. But I could see some changes coming because there's been some redistricting coming. So your county commissioners, their boundaries have been changed. So that's going to be interesting. The state rep race, that boundary has been seriously changed. So that's going to be interesting. Um, I'm just looking forward to the season. I'm just looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to see who gonna stick with who and who gonna jump on to the next ship and who not. You know, we got a whole lot going on here.
So you think people are gonna be falling out with each other during this election season?
Well, I feel people gonna be stabbing each other in the back. Uh, I feel that people need to be careful about who they allow in their camps. I have seen in the past to where people have pretended to be a part of your campaign and to be for you, and then you look up and they hanging with your enemies with with the other candidate. Um, I ain't gonna say no name, but it was somebody that was supposed to be hardcore in the Weaver count that we didn't even see on election day. But as soon as the election was over, that was the first person to take a picture with Sheldon Neely at his victory party. So, you know, we got a whole lot of stuff going on. And DeJuan Robertson can be a witness of this to where how people act like they want to help out with your Juneteenth event. And then the only thing they doing is coming through getting your ideas and running them to somebody else. Trying to get your people to join somebody else's team. And that's the same stuff that goes on in this political circle. Just like I said before, don't get caught in the moment. Go back 5, 10 years, see how these people were. Notice the progress that some of them make. Because to be honest, if you take 20 years off of my life, all of the people that have been running for office, all the people that have been running, you'll find out that very few of us was in politics 20 years ago. I wasn't in politics 20 years ago. The only reason why I'm in politics now is because I'm saying stuff that ain't nobody else saying. Uh, and I feel that it needs to be heard. And if I can't get nobody to say it for me, then I might as well say it myself. So that's the reason why I'm moving the way I'm moving. But I would love to just we will be trying to work with kids and not being bothered in this having in this thing. But I see too many half steppers. I see too many issues not being addressed. I see too many distractors. And what I mean by distractors is when I that just go from the last podcast we had with Pfeiffer. So we talking about land bank houses and good stuff like that. And they jump on I ain't with him because he didn't vote for such and such. That such and such didn't get not only didn't get a vote from Pfeiffer, they didn't get a vote from enough people not to make that. They didn't get 5 votes. So you can't blame one vote for 5 for what happened with 5 votes. And you can't change a subject off of somebody voting for something that's not even on our table, not even in our table content. We're not even talking about that. We're trying to bring enlightenment to those 600 houses. So y'all had to watch out for that too with your campaign. I'm very leery, y'all. And you had to watch out from people stealing your ideas, in which I love for my ideas to get stolen because that's the more people being reached. But don't steal my idea and change my purpose. That's all I ask. Don't change my purpose. Keep my purpose the same. Because you can reach people that I can't reach. And stop lying. Stop lying. Please do not pay attention to a person that their debate is personal attack. If they can't brag about the good things that their candidate is doing, instead of doing that, they're talking about your mama, you do this, do that. That don't have nothing to do with the statements that I'm making. Make statements saying why they should vote for the person that you want elected. Not vote for this person because I'm personal attacking their opponent. Yep. Well, Mick, man, I'm finna get these dogs together and get myself together. And I got to get ready for this. Carissa Shields finna fight.
Know what time she fighting?
She come on at 4. I'm trying to find me somebody with cable so I can order it. You got to order it pay-per-view.
Oh, that's what's up. So what time you coming back on later? Oh, who you having on tonight, brother? Who coming on?
Oh, tonight, my brother Derice, we had a serious mix up. I thought that he wasn't coming on today, but he called me and he's coming on. So we're gonna be talking, and I'm gonna let him have it because I'm proud of that brother, the man up peacekeepers. So I'm gonna let him have the show. He's gonna be up there bragging about the marvelous work that he's doing with his young men. Consistency. Been very consistent with this. Very consistent. Kind of I kind of model myself after what him and Jaleel is doing, far as being consistent. No matter what your numbers is, you're consistent. Um, and that's what it's gonna take to make a difference in these youth, because they're looking for consistency. And until you can show that you're serious and going to be consistent, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. So you got to be consistent when you're reaching out to these young, because they're used to somebody coming in with a camera and saying what they want to hear and then disappearing. So I give a shout out to Derice, and then of course my girl Satira coming on, and we're gonna talk about loyalty and solid, because it's a lot of pump faking going on in the city. It's a shortage of solid people, and we need to breed more solid people. We need to breed more loyalty, We need to breed more love in this city.
Mm. All right, I'll be waiting on you at 6, good
Yeah,
brother.
you know it, my baby. I'm finna call Derice too, and